Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be looking at this right here. Really beautiful, almost like quartz-like faceplate. Very lightweight, budget friendly. You get a metal nozzle, which is amazing, because a lot of these usually have the plastic nozzle with the little mesh, but this one actually has a metal filter over the front and a metal-like nozzle. And just going to try to put this back. These are the default tips that come on it. They're the smoke ones. This comes with smoke tips. Then you get a whole bunch of these colored ones, which I like these. They remind me of another brand. I can't think of which one it was. You get this cable organizer with their logo light on it. You get this. If you want to display that, that's cool. Obviously, the artwork on the box is really nice. And look at this. So this is the DB2 from Nice Heck, or Nice Hick, or whatever you want to call it. I had 3 different colors available. I got the purple with no mic. You can get them in black and blue as well. Here's a look at the specs. As you can see, it is 16 ohms, 107 decibels sensitivity, 10 millimeter dynamic and balanced armature hybrid, with a titanium plated graphene shell material aluminum alloy. Wow, that's a lot to say. Cable material, high purity, OFC, copper, 0.78 2-pin connector, that is TRN. It's that big, wide, square one that like CCZ uses and sometimes K-Bear uses. I think the Robin had that. It also fits Belon, I think. 3.5 millimeter. And that's about all that right there. So inside there, you get the tips, you get the organizer, you get this nice looking case, this leather looking case. Of course, you get the units themselves. We'll take a look at that connector. As you can see there, it's squarer than a QDC, where QDC is usually like a rounded oval. And you have this right here that doesn't stick out as much. So just going to put this back. So the cable is nice. It's on the thinner side, but it is a nice cable. It doesn't tangle as much, so that's good. You can just get rid of the tangles. There's your little splitter right there. Here's your other end. Okay. And there we go. And I'm in the middle of writing the review as we do this, so I don't have any notes. So I'm going to go by what I was listening to. Now, I've used this on the EF500 shown in the back here. That's my new reference thing that I use all the time because I like the way it sounds. I mean, I know it's warmer, but I do like the way it sounds. It sounds really, really good. It has some really good details and everything. So we used, portable-wise, we used the Griffin. We used the Tempotech V6. This is being recorded right now on the Moondrop Golden Ages right here, TWS. We'll have a review for that shortly. So I don't know how the audio quality is going to come out, but it's kind of like a sound test while I'm doing the review for this. So I like the design. Very, very pretty. Especially this purplish color. I like the color of the cable. Almost comes across in this light pink, but it is more toward a copper, with a hint of white in it. Comfortable, obviously, this is a tried and true shape. There's good isolation, good comfort. Very lightweight. Ultimately, if I have regular notes over here, that's not my, that's my notes. Okay, so there's very, very good lower end with this. Very good kind of deep, fast sub bass, mid bass, very punchy, but I think the sub bass is more emphasized. There's a nice deep rumble there. Mid bass a little bit faster than the sub bass with this, but definitely bass is the focus here, specifically sub bass. The mid bass more balanced, the sub bass more emphasized, and definitely good levels here. I'm not sure bass canon levels. It depends on the music you're listening to, but this can have a really, really deep rumble when it's called upon. If you're listening to classic rock, maybe you won't hear it as much. You'll just hear the speedy bass, but very, very good there when we're talking about bass wise. Good texture, good warmth, just overall good quality. Getting into the mid range. You have the BA handling like the upper mid range, which makes it sound much different from the lower mid range, which is more toward the warmth. Lower mid range, very, very nice. Male vocals sound really, really good. Female vocals sound extra better, more detail, more emphasis, maybe a little bit more forward, but they're thinner. They're not as thick as the male vocals, but they still, both of them have a decent amount of body texture and good quality to them, especially detail-wise. I think they sound really, really good when it comes to that, but there is a bit of unevenness there. So it's not, it's not the end-all, be-all to mid-range, but it does a decent job overall. It's a fun-sounding IM, and it's a very low-cost IM, and you're getting a lot of good accessories, so I have to take that into account as well. Treble is kind of decent air, decent sparkle, some nice details there, but it does roll off fast. So I find that it was a little, I don't know, unnatural sounding in the treble. Maybe just me, depending on the equipment that I used, I didn't hear it as much. I think the portable equipment it did better with, like the Tempotech V6. It just sounded overall actually brighter and even more, even more extended. So depending on what equipment you're going to listen to, it's either going to come across as lackluster kind of treble, just relaxed and laid back, or it's going to come across really, really sparkly, and it will depend on what you're listening to it with. Ultimately, technically, there's good detail here, there's good separation, there's nice air. I think that some people will like this. It's going to depend. You're going to have to find the music for this. So, like, not all music is going to sound really, really good on this. I was listening to classic rock on this, and I think it did a good job with classic rock. Really, classic metal, actually. And it did a decent job overall. But if you're looking for something that's just fun sounding and you don't want to take the sound too serious, then I definitely think this is something to look at depending on, what style, because there's a lot of IMs in this budget range, and some of them are very similar, some of them are better, some of them are worse. This one looks really nice, so I think look is probably going to be the good portion of whether you pick these or not, if you like the look for them. Overall, like I said, light build quality, fun sounding IM with decent treble, kind of rolled off fast, very good bass. Bass is more the focus here. And then you get a mid-range where you get the warmth, thicker lower end, and not overly thick either, but the warm, thicker lower end, and then you get the uppers that are brighter and more forward, especially with female vocals. So that's basically this in a nutshell. I'm just looking around. It would seem, if you put this next to like an average V-shape IM from maybe CCA or something, it may seem a little uneven or a little different, or maybe it's just something you wanted. Maybe you listen to more female vocals, because I think this is definitely better for female vocals than it is for male vocals. It depends on you. But anyway, that's my opinions on the DB2. It is a unique IM, really nice looking IM, and you get a lot of stuff for the cost. So that's entirely up to you, whether you like this or not. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.